Good morning, it's Monday again. Getting straight on with the disco. I've pulled it up in the air already and I've started looking for the transfer box bolts. It is like an archaeological dig, let me show you. There is so much mud in here. I've managed to dig out this trough to get to this bolt. But yes, I've got to find all the bolts on here. There's one there, there's one up there. So yeah. I've got quite a bit of digging to do before I can even get to them. I've also bought some recip saw blades over there, so I can just chop through this. I haven't got to pee about getting to the bolts and stuff because they're all hidden at the moment. And as it's only going for scrap, they don't care if it's cut up, so I'll just cut it about. So yeah, let's carry on digging. I just couldn't do it. That would have taken me 5 minutes to cut out at the most. I ended up spending 20 minutes undoing all the bolts. I don't know. I don't like cutting things if I can really help it. So anyway, that's out. So now, oh, that's my head on the diff. We're just hanging there by that. So we can now lower it down and start undoing the bolts top and bottom. So that is my next job. And there we go. Transfer box is out. We had one bolt that rounded off, the one right at the bottom. That's normally a bit of a bugger, but I just managed to cut the head off and then it's pulled through, so I'll get some grips on there and turn it, that'll come off. So next, under here, is the gearbox. So we'll support the gearbox at this end and then start undoing the bell housing bolts. And then, yeah, that can come out as well. Right, so I've got back on the gearbox, gone round, dug out all the bolts. I think I've got them all now. So I'm about to see whether this thing will come off. And that's the gearbox out. So yeah, go around, undo all the bolts around the outside, off it comes. And that is now down on the floor there. So, next job is to undo the two engine mounts, lower this down and begin removing this at the top. There we go, she's nearly out. Just got to lift it a bit more and put it backwards. So I had to undo the power steering pipe. Couldn't get to it while it was sat normally, so I just lifted it a bit to undo it. So that's where I've got it to undo the pipe. So now I'm going to lift it all the way and get it out of the hole. And there she is. She's out the hole. She's on a pallet over there. So it's time to get this back to the scrapyard and get the blue one in. But yeah, it's going to take some swapping. I think I'll leave that till tomorrow. Morning, it's Wednesday. I had yesterday off. I took my mum for her first tattoo. I'm sure she'll have more. And I've also booked in for my next one as well, which is good. But anyway, during that time we had Storm Bert and we had a problem. My gate snapped in the wind. I had to come and cable tie it all back together in the short term. But yeah, it did some damage. The Rover was parked behind it and it caught the front wing. Typical. So I need to see how much it is to have this sorted out. If it's worth it, I don't know. I've not had one message on the car yet, so it's probably not worth it anyway, but we'll see. So what I've got to do today is take this panel off and change it for another one I had. You could see there's no bars along it anywhere. I put this in to strengthen it up to start with anyway, so it's a bit of a weak one. So yeah, we need to swap that over first job, because I need to get the trailer out and I can't get that out until this gate is sorted. Okay, now the gate's replaced, I've got to get the trailer out, the borrowed trailer obviously, it's not mine, get that disco off. It's only got 3 hubs on it, so that could be interesting, and then load that one onto it. So here goes. Right, so as you saw, this one runs on brake fluid. Obviously there's either no fuel in it or there's something wrong with the lift pump or something, but yeah, it runs. So I think we'll sell this one a bit cheaper as it's unknown, but yeah. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we will start getting it out. Well, looks like it's going to be no different on this one. Absolutely caked in mud again. Joy. Thought I was done with that. Right, and there we are. Transfer box is out. It is disconnected. It's just sitting there on the lift. So we'll get that out and then we can make a start on getting the gearbox out. Yeah, that's also covered in crap again, so that's going to be fun. And there we go. The gearbox is off. It is down there. So next we need to lower it down and start stripping the engine down to get it out the front. Okay, we have pretty much undone everything. It is ready to come out. It is now the end of the day, so I've got it positioned ready for the morning. So I'll just come in and make a start lifting it. The only things I haven't managed to undo are the power steering pipes. The thing that the union that spins in on the pipe into the pump is seized to the pipe. So I'm gonna have to wait till it's lifted and then probably cut through that. I have lubed it up, so hopefully, you never know, it might be free off by the morning. And the only other one is the pipe on the bottom of the power steering bottle. Again, once that's lifted, I might be able to get a bit of a better grip on that to pull it off. I don't really want to cut it, obviously. Like I say, I don't like cutting things unless I can help it. I have obviously cut the front because, again, this is irrelevant. The shell's going for scrap and it makes my life a bit easier. I haven't got to lift it so high. So, right, we will leave it there for tonight. We'll come back in the morning. And there we go. It is out. So this can now go on a pallet and the truck is therefore ready to go to the scrapyard. So that's both of them ready. So, yeah, that's that for this job. Right, so it's Monday afternoon. Both Discovery shells have gone back to where I got them from. So we have 2 spaces in the workshop. We also have the trailer empty, so I can give that back to my neighbour. So yeah. So I don't know what we're going to do the rest of the week. I know the painter wants my bits these weeks, so we've got to T-wash the doors. But I suppose we're going to get back onto the ZR Express and get that running. So Right, I'm going home. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, Tuesday. I've moved the ZR back over there after clearing all this out. There was loads of crap lying around. Unfortunately, when you have space, you just put things down. So I've moved all this, cleared all this out, sorted all the bits over there. Them bits that are piled there are stuff that I'll probably need for this. So that's why they're just there. So I've got a lot more room to move about. Both 300s are over there on pallets on the rack. So they're ready to go when someone wants them. So next, the painter's just been in. He is going to take them tomorrow or Thursday. So for today, I'm just going to sort this little area out, try and clear all this up so that I can bring the Defender in and we can make a start on all the bits that need to be done. Once the panels are all painted, obviously we're going to fit them. I'm going to get Mikey over for a day. We'll fit the doors, obviously on the bonnet. I'll probably get him to do that extra flap on the climate control heater box situation, get that sorted as well, and a few other odds and sods. So I'm going to obviously bring the Defender in here, and so I've got lots of room, so I'm going to try and clear this out. So that's this afternoon's job. Okay, I've had a good tidy up. I've cleared all this out, and I've got all the bits that I'm going to need for the doors laid out on the table. So when the doors come back, we'll be able to put them together. I think we'll get them on the car first and then build them up once they're actually on the car. So yeah, so tomorrow, probably, I'll be able to get that big cardboard box on the floor and start T-washing and cleaning these up ready for paint. So yeah, and the Defender will obviously fit in this gap nice and easily for us to build it. So yeah, time for a cup of tea, I think. Right, well, I've got the ZR back up on the lift and I've got the gear selector back in with its new poly bush. So I took the inserts, the metal inserts out of the old bush, pushed them in this one and then put it on there. Now, something else I've found. In the box of bits that come with the green ZR I had, 2 brand new tank straps hangers. So we can get rid of the exhaust brackets now and put these on. So that's the next job. We've got both of the new clamps on. Yeah, the original proper tank strap hangers. So that's that good on. Glad I found those. Saved me buying them. I think it's going to be the exhaust next. Right, we've got the exhaust on. All hung and done up and sealed, hopefully. So next job is to tackle these brake lines because they've been hanging there for a little while now, and while it's in the air I might as well get these done. So I've got to cut them to size and then terminate them. So let's get on with that. Okay, they're all buttoned up and joined up and go off above the tank. So with that done, I think for now we are done under here. So let's drop it down and we can make a start on putting the engine bay together. Okay, I've been getting some bits back together. We've got the fuse box back in, we've got the battery tray back in. I've started running wires. I now need to get the fuel filter and carbon canister, etc. back on, but I've got to replace one of the brake lines and I haven't got enough copper tube to go all the way over there. So I think that's going to halt my progress today. I have got to obviously change this front panel for the BRM one. So bits I have bolted to it, I've got to come back off, but it is just so I can get everything run to where it needs to be and make sure I'm not missing anything. The slight differences on the BRM front panel is obviously where the headlight goes, and also this corner. This is cut off here, and that gives just enough room to get the washer bottle filler in. With this here, this corner, it doesn't fit. So it's just little bits like that that are gonna need sorting out. But I say I've cut the whole front panel of the BRMs. Hopefully we can make use of that. So I think that's all I can get on with today until I go and get some brake hose in the morning. But yeah, all the power steering's back in, water pipes back on, brake vacuum. We've got this loom here, which obviously that plugs into the brake master. That bolts to the tunnel, sorry, to the firewall, but I don't want to do any of that until I've run the brake pipe through. So yeah, that'll do I think for now. Up on the roof this morning we've got a load of wind coming, so I'm going to take the wang down. So yes, job that needs doing. I've spent another while getting some more bits and pieces done. All the ABS loom is now in, the carbon canister, fuel filter, the Mac 3-port valve, the brake, I don't know, distribution block, I suppose, and those curled up ones have got to run to that in a while. Yeah, everything's sort of there. ECU's in, the fuses are in there. I've run the brake line from the ABS across the back into that wheel well. I haven't terminated it yet. I've just left a long bit in there. So yeah, we've just got a few bits. The ABS loom goes through the bulkhead down there and onto some connectors under the dashboard. I tried to do it with the door open on here, but it's not very easy, so I'll wait till it comes back down. The lighting loom is here. That plugs into there once the lights are in, but again, we've got to do something with this front slam panel, so I'm sort of loath to get too far in with that. I don't think we'll be far off putting some power to it, you know. I don't know. Anyway, it's time for a cup of tea and a bit of lunch. Right, we've got to start the T-wash situation. Process, that's the word. My blue coloured Dulux T-wash is in there. I've got to paint it on around the edges. Let it all turn black and wash it off, and then we'll turn it over and do the fronts. Right, so as you can see, the T-wash is doing its job already. It's going black compared to obviously the bright silver Galv. It's pretty quick, so I'll just go around and do the whole edge and then rinse it all off, and then we'll do the second door. Right, you can really see it's gone black now. So I'm just going to go around and rinse it off. I ended up doing both doors at once, so I'll just go around and rinse it all off, and then we'll turn it over and do the faces. Backs are done, now the fronts, you can see where it's bled round a little bit. So these will turn from this to, and this is them after they've had their first coat. It actually looks a bit brighter on camera, but it's quite a bit darker in real life. So I'll leave that to dry, and then we'll start washing it off. Right, and that's with them rinsed off. So technically now these should be etched and ready to go for paint, or well, primer then paint obviously. Yes, so fingers crossed they come out all right. The other door and the bonnet have gone to the painters. I've just finished the second door, double skinned the sound deadening. So there's 2 layers on that. So I'm going to now take this down to the painter, and then we'll leave it in their capable hands, and I'll wait for it to return. Right, it's Friday. The ignition lights are on, the power's on. So let's test this. I've been obviously wanting to get this window up. So let's have a go. Brilliant. So the question is, I've got no induction pipes in, I've got no waterworks in, I've got nothing. Do I go for it? Oh, sod it. We only live once. Ready? Needs to get some fuel through. Oh my God. Oh, we're running. She runs, everyone. Right, so with the bits taken off to the paint shop, thought I'd have a nice early day as it's getting bloody cold. So yeah, have a nice weekend. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share. It's been 2 weeks in this video obviously because there wasn't enough really for one. So thanks for keeping with us, and we'll see you next week when we start getting the bits put back on with any luck. Have a nice weekend. See you later, guys.